get clarity.
All right, sir.
Okay, so first of all, you go to your Chrome
Okay.
and you search Affinity by Canva.
Affinity by Canva.
Yeah. You know you are searching this on your laptop, right?
Yes, sir.
So the first one, Affinity download free software.
Affinity what?
Affinity, okay, you're not seeing my screen, so let me just do it now.
Yes, sir.
Please. So this is it. You can see my screen right now, right? You can see my screen.
Yes, I can see it. Yes, sir.
So now you search Affinity by Canva on your laptop.
Okay.
So you go to Chrome. You go to Chrome. If you have your Chrome, this is your Chrome. You have an
Oh,
email account. This is my own Chrome. So you can just search on it here like this. And then you say Affinity download. You just click on it. Then
okay.
you come to this download Affinity. Then you download, just download this one. You can download the first one. Understand?
Okay.
So it starts downloading already.
All right, sir.
That's the pack. So I would allow it to download so that I can show you how to install it. To install it is just to double click it,
Okay.
and then I'll show you how to do that. So, because I'm not happy that for all this long we've not been able to do something concrete, and then it's not so nice. I want us to I want to carry you all along, you understand? The idea is so that you can learn about it, you understand? It's not just that you watch me design. Um, so it's still downloading. So
All right.
once the file is downloading, it will be like this. I think I have it somewhere. Okay, it's going to be like this. This is how it looks like. So let me pause this one. This is how it looks like. So you right click and you do install. Are you seeing it? So
Yes.
once you right click, you press install, and then it gives you all this. Then you, because I already have it, I can reinstall it. But usually, what you have, what you would have is install instead of reinstall. You understand? And once you do that, obviously you would first you also have your Canva account. You go to canva.com.
Okay. Okay, sir.
So you would create an account with Canva. So once you have an account with Canva, then that same account you just need to sign in on your Affinity, and then you'll be inside. So today, um, I just have I'll just do a quick reintroduction of the tools just to cover for Destiny for the third get some of the tools right. And so usually when you open Affinity, this is where you look for after you install it. It looks like this, and then this is like a menu that says, okay, you want to open a file. Because you want to open a file, um, it- you can decide to open different kind of file. Just like you want to open an account or ask you what kind of account you want to open or whatever it may be. So now you are going to be using these are the things that you would specifications. These are paper sizes. These are there's what they call A3. The major ones to use. The thing is that you don't need to know all of it. The major ones we use are A4, A4. Like if you want to go and print, if you go and print in a cafe, the one they will give you is A4. Have you ever printed in a cafe before?
Yes, sir.
So if you go to a cafe, this is what they will give you A4. So an A4 now is like two of to get A3 to get A3 is two of A4. To get
Yes.
A3 is two. So that's how the sizes are. Then to get A4 is two of A5. So then these ones like this, you can these are settings that you don't necessarily need, but they are important. But sometimes on how you are setting it. So for example, this page, like I chose this one, it has chosen A4 here as document. Here your document unit. This is maybe when you are choosing a particular unit. You can choose between feet, points. This one, the how sharp you want it to be. Then another thing is your color management. There are two major color management, although these are also other management color formats, but then you can just leave it like as it is. You can leave it as it is. You don't need to touch that. Then all these ones, you leave it as it is. If you want your background to be transparent or you just want an artboard. So usually I would pick this artboard based on maybe I want it to have an artboard setting. What is an artboard setting? I explained that day. I say it's more like having a a like papers set up like a canvas. You set up canvas, multiple canvas in a single um in a single windows, or how do I put it, in a single space that you're working, and then you have those artboards that you want to paint on or work on, understand? So those are what artboards are. And then if you want to have a margin, you choose all these ones. Like if you press this one now, the margin now usually is necessary because if you want your designs to have space around the edges, that is what it means. You choose your margin. So we can use it. You can use a unit that you are familiar with. Yeah, I'm familiar with inches. You understand? So you can now say 0.5 inches. 0.5 inches. You understand? For the
Yes, sir.
margin. 5 inches for the margin. You will see what it looks like. 0.5 inches for the margin. It has calculated it. Has calculated it for us. So you now press create document. I remember we chose A4.
Yes, sir.
So this is what it looks like. So now there is 0.4. This is 0.4 margin all across the document, around the edges of the document. You understand?
Yes, sir.
So, uh so with that, you can you can um, you can now um, work inside. The essence of this is not just um, it's not just for decoration. because if you are creating your document, it is necessary that there is space on the edges. You understand?
Okay.
When you are designing, it's necessary that there is space on the edges. Even though, even though you can cover it, but things like text, things like text like this. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
That's heading, things like heading. Okay, let's do a church design. Let's say um um let's do a church poster. So let's say God God is good, is good. So God is good. What create a poster for this? So um it would be nice that the text fall under this part, you understand? So that there's a
Okay.
difference. Let me show you. This one now is like this, and then this one, let's make this text to read properly. It looks better. Nice. So this part I just choose is what you choose. Uppercase. This thing I just choose here. You use it to choose lowercase, uppercase, and title case. There are like three type of case here. You have title case. This is where if you choose title case, only the first letter is having caps. If you choose lowercase, all of them is having if you observe all the text here, they are in lower. Then if you choose uppercase, all the text is having um, caps
Yes,
like
sir.
capital letter, and it is only affecting the ones I selected. So if I select this and then this, and I do this uppercase, are you seeing that it's only affecting this part? So your selection tool is important in
Mm.
Affinity. And there's
Oh,
a thing I discovered in Affinity. Other software don't have it. And what is it? I can select two things at once, so long as they are same frame. So I've selected this part, I can hold control and select this one again. I can hold select this O again, hold control, and then give them a separate attributes. I don't know if you get what I mean. So
yes, sir.
that can be very, very useful. So now,
Yeah.
because we want to affect everything, let's go back to what we are discussing about margins. So now we have this here like this.
But sir,
God
I have
is
a
good.
question.
Yes, I'm listening.
How did you separate this A4 to be two? I also saw it two now.
Okay. So what I did, thank you for observing. What I did was that I clicked on it, you understand, and
Okay.
then I hold shift and hold on,
Okay.
shift, shift and control. You hold your shift and control down while you are
Okay.
selecting it. So you hold shift control, then click on it. It duplicates it. You understand?
Okay.
So let's go
Okay.
back again. If you want to also, there are two ways you can do that method I just showed you, and you can come here and just say duplicate. So it has
Okay.
duplicated it. So it duplicated it on top of the frame. So you just got to push it. So the reason why I like to do this my method is because I can, as I'm doing the shift and the control, as I'm duplicating it, I'm taking it to the position I want it to be. You understand? So while I do the control shift, I shift control. I'm also using my mouse to take it to the direction I want it to go to. You
Mm-hmm.
understand?
Yes,
So
sir.
that is how good. So let's say God is good. God is good is our poster. And then if you want to take it up, you see this thing. Now want to take this up a bit. You select the base, like I told you. Then you come to this part and you see as you are clicking it, it's going up. It's going
Yes,
up.
sir.
So you just need to put the number that you would choose. So let's say 90, 96 seem fair, seem okay. There's a lot, not too much space. Understand? See where we
Yes,
started
sir.
from when you just looks very tacky. So
Mm-hmm.
with fuse editing, you can just increase it. Then these two, like I said, this one you should be. Are you seeing the arrow beside it? It's showing that you can. Are you seeing it?
Yes, sir.
This it shows that you can. It's self-explanatory. It shows that you can reduce space in between text. Understand? So
Yes,
and they
sir.
call that text line. So you cannot increase your font because now this space is looking somehow for me. I can increase the space. You see, the not just space. I can increase the font. So as I'm doing this, this font is increasing. I see. Just
Yes,
the
sir.
selected increasing. So if I click on this part, it's having 1.25. If I click on this, this is 1.4. So now I can come back here again. Now clearly we are seeing that the space in between is too small. Are you
Mm.
seeing?
Yes, sir.
So we come back to this part and then put it to one, let's say one two see 228. 288 is too much. 144 seems fair, but I think let's go to 120. You see, 120 is not there, but you can type in 120.
Yes, sir.
I see. So you just need to observe. So let's say 115. Let's say 115. I think 115 is better. So God is good is our heading of the poster. You understand? And
Yes, sir.
so uh because God is good now, we are looking for elements to design this poster. And then I was also teaching you the difference between um, um, why margin is important. So now this other one now, if imagine we didn't use the margin, it's going to be like this. You understand? So
Mm.
these two now like this. Are you seeing?
Yes, sir.
Are you seeing these two? These two, the difference is that one is visible, one is too clumsy to the eyes, and one has space around. I don't know if you get what I mean. So,
Yes, sir.
and again, as much as I'm saying it's looking clumsy to the eyes, it can also be a style of design. You understand? but
Uh,
but as it is a style of design, it needs to be done with intentionality. You understand? It needs to be
Yes.
done with sense, like with creativity and intentionally. You understand? But on
Yes.
the normal way, if you don't want to do maybe a concept with it, if you don't want to do a concept with it, the usual way is that there should be space on the edges. And the reason for that is so that imagine they are printing a banner that
Yeah.
is like
It may cut out.
exactly it will cut out. They do this, God is good, and now then the part maybe now you now print it and then it cuts out this part now. The G might not be visible enough. You
Yes, sir.
understand?
Yes, sir.
So now this is why we have margins on our design. So
Does the
I
margin appear by itself?
okay. So now the margin doesn't appear by itself. You have to set it. While I was
Okay.
creating this document, I created the margin. So let me come back one step. Let's create another document with a margin and another document without a margin. So to create a new document, you press Control N. N is Control New.
Okay.
You understand? That is what I just pressed now. But then we can go back to File. If you don't want to do that shortcut, just go to the file and
It's cut.
press New. So are you seeing when I'm on across that place now, it's showing me Control plus N.
Yes,
So
sir.
that's the same thing. So now I choose A4 document and I
Yes, sir.
choose this because I'm more comfortable with inches. So you should look for um, um the unit you are more comfortable with. That's the one you understand. You understand. So
Yes, sir.
So what I understand is inches. I understand it very well. So I can now go to the margin. You see this margin? That is what I did that. So now there is no margin, but as I've clicked on it, it has activated it. So I can now say my margin is 0.5. Okay, let's increase it so that you see it. Let's say 0.7. You understand?
Okay.
Then I also click on artboard.
Yes,
If
sir.
you don't want an artboard, you can also remove it. So I will not create an artboard so that you see the difference. So 0.7. That is how we have this margin inside.
All right. All
So
right.
now, although this is not an artboard, and the reason why is that see, when I paste this thing around it, you see that it goes away. You can't see it until it comes in the text box you just created. Understand?
Okay.
And but then for an artboard now, this artboard option, when I take this text and I paste it around, I can still see it floating. Are you
Okay.
seeing?
Okay.
So why I usually go for artboard is because I like to see concepts flowing around, and it used to help my creative process because I can test ideas easily. You understand? I can
Yes.
test ideas easily. As I'm seeing these now and I'm working on these and I'm seeing this, I might just say, okay, let me just try something here, even if I don't want to do it on my main design yet. You understand? And it makes
Yes.
sense to me. I just end up bringing this one inside. You understand?
Okay.
I end up bringing this one inside and then forgetting about this one. That's one of the reasons I like adverts. You understand?
Yes,
So,
sir.
but now this one now, anything I do now, if I bring it outside, I have to work here. I'm forced to work inside
Like,
this. You understand? And I don't like restriction. As a creative, you have to know how to be playful. You understand? Design is not a rigid something. You have to know how to be playful. So what I mean by playful is that you have fun while you are playing, when you are designing, you test ideas. You understand?
yes,
So
sir.
if you are restricted, what this is forcing you to do is that you have to have your execution in your mind. You have to know what you want to achieve first. You understand? And then you just start achieving it here. But this one, you can test ideas and see around. You understand? You can draw
All
a
right.
shape. Okay, I'm thinking of this shape, but you don't want to use it now. You understand? And then later on, you can just bring it inside and say, okay, this is my final, this is what I intend to do. You understand?
All
So
right, sir.
that is the difference between an artboard and a text and a normal um, Canva. So the beauty is that you can also convert this normal one into a Canva. This is a normal Canva into an artboard rather. So to do that, you just click on this. This is an artboard tool. You click on it and just you can just do insert. When you press insert, it has converted it to an artboard. So if you see when I take this guy outside now, it becomes visible. So did you get me there?
Yes, sir.
Destiny, are you there? Destiny, if you are there, just respond on the platform. Okay. Respond. Are you getting me? All right, so that's good. Uh, so so this is your pick tool. This is what you use to pick things around. You use it to pick things around. You understand? You can duplicate with this. Okay, now did you see what I did now? I use the pick tool to push things around, and I use it to duplicate what I taught us earlier by saying Control Shift D. You understand? Control Shift, then click rather. You
Okay.
understand? Control Shift and click. So we have have a piece here now. You understand? So let's create something. while we are explaining the tools. So now this is a tool, a pick tool, like I said, explain what that does. This node tool, it is when you maybe you're in a curve mode. What do I mean by curve? I will explain. So now this is a shape. This is a shape. You can put a shape in here and give it color. Let's choose bold. Let's choose bold colors. Let's choose bold colors. Then remember our layer tool, our layers. Your layers is where your hierarchy shows. So I drag this thing below because I want the text. Did you see the difference? Before the text, this guy, this circle is above our text. So I took it behind by clicking and dragging it behind. Understand? So
Okay.
it goes behind. So now, right, we're just trying to create an art while we are working. So this tool now, if you click on it, you can use it to adjust the shape. Are you seeing? I can adjust this shape, can take it by the left, take it by the right. That's this tool, this node tool. But it's also not giving us full control. To give us the full control, you can click on it, convert it to curve. This is the ultimate control. What do I mean by ultimate control? You can do anything. Before it's just, if you observe before, I can just take it up and bring it down. But now I can click on it. I can turn it like this. Are you seeing?
Wow.
The same tool, the same tool, the same tool, but because I converted before, look at what we can only do. I've taken it back, Control Z. This is the only thing we can do. Like this, like this, like this, like this. That's all. Nothing more. But because we converted it to a call, say convert to call.
Okay, so you just click the cycle and then you right click your mouse.
Exactly. So to convert it to call, you click on the circle, then you right click, then convert to call. I think
All
it's
right.
already in call already. So once you once it is in call, when you click on this part, it shows that you can now do multiple things on it. Are you seeing?
Mm.
So these are the things you can decide to create your own unique, something that is new from your own mind. Understand? Just playing around. So that is the use of this tool. It has two mode. It has surface mode edit. Surface mode edit. That one is just to push around. But if you want the tool to do more stuff, you have to convert it to curve. You
All
get what I
right.
mean? That I'm making. So points transform tool. I don't use this one a lot, but I think you can see what it does. You can change anchor points. What is an anchor point? Let's say you want it to move. Like now, if I'm moving this guy around, because it's going to move along the circular path. When I put this guy here, this anchor, if I put it here, it's going to move around, around. Okay, it still moves around this part. So I guess that's not what that tool's done. But like I said, there are some tools that you don't have any business with. You understand? Because um, they don't until maybe when the need for it come, you then use it. But like, okay, so it still does what I was trying to say. So it moves around that orbit. I don't know if you get. So that is
Okay.
what that this tool does. But like I said, some tools you don't necessarily need them, but I will still just give an overview of the main tools you need. Then another interesting tool that you will use often is this corner radius tool. So what does the corner radius do? Let's say we have a shape. Let's say Okay, let's use this code. Let's use, okay, let's still use a shape. So we create a shape, create a shape, create a shape, and then we come to this tool. What this tool does is that, are you seeing?
Yes, sir.
Are you seeing what the tool does? Can just can just go back to it. It creates curves around the edge, you understand? And it has the ability to go beyond curves. It can chamfer, like now, let's say you you don't want it to have this kind of feel. Let's go back to this tool. You can make it straight like this. So you can also go inside. So depending on how you want to use it, if you want it to go inside, it goes inside. But I feel this is what I majorly would use it for. You understand? So
Yes, sir.
that's the beauty of it. And this guy is a contour. What is a contour? A contour is like an outline. So you can add an extra bit. So, so there are like two shapes here now, like this. The contour is there, and then so the other one. So I wanted to just increase it so that we can see what we are doing. So that's basically what it does. Just add extra flesh to it. That's extra flesh to it. Let's say three, and then it makes the shape more full. You understand? So,
Mm.
like I said, there are some tools that they are just there, but you don't really need.
All right,
You
sir.
understand? You don't really need to bother yourself about. There are major tools that you will need, and then there are things like if you observe the videos I did for that design, I didn't necessarily use all the tools. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Because if you want to cram all the tools, it will take you longer years to master the software. You understand? And
Yes, sir.
then the things you need are basically the few things that um, would get the work done. So another thing again is your pen tool is an important tool. Pen tool is very important. You can use it to create custom shapes. You can use it for your logo design. So now, just now, we are creating a custom shape. This shape doesn't exist in our software, but because of I can think about it, I'm able to create with it. I don't know if you get what I mean. So
Sure.
that is why it is very important for you to use your pen tool. You hold your you t- click a bit, just one point, go to the next point, click, and stand.
Yes,
That is
sir.
how to use your pen tool. You go to the next point, you click. While you are clicking, it creates shape, and then you observe there's an outline and there's a fill.
Mm.
There's an outline and there's a fill. So this is the fill is the yellow and the outline is the black.
Yes,
You
sir.
can increase the boldness of the outline. Understand?
Yes, sir.
So you see what you are doing very well. Understand? And then yeah, I just entered another realm here, different from the normal click. So the normal clicking will give you a straight line. But if you want a curve, you will click, but you will not release, and you will just drag. Either drag to the left, or you drag to the right, or you drag up, or you drag down.
Wow.
Should I come again?
Wow. So I'll come again. Let me see.
So now I said there are like two realms here. Straight realm, just go straight, click, 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 click. But if you want to have a curve, you click, After you've let's create another one so that it doesn't confuse you. This is the straight part, and now we are going into the curve. To create a curve, you click once, and then your second time you are clicking and holding. So if you observe, it's already forming a curve. It's waiting for my hand to direct it on how the curve should be like. So for you to get for the tool to know how you want it to be curved, it is determined by how far you want to push it, far right, far left. If you go up, it goes more curvy. If you can you can use this. Are you seeing? As I'm moving I've not released that same click I clicked on. I've not released my hand. So once I release my hand, it takes the form. So if I release my hand at this position, it takes this form. So it is now
So
baked to that form.
the good thing is that if you release your hand, it takes a form. But if you have not released, it still waits for you until you.
Exactly. Wait for you. So now let's take another one again. You click on it. Okay. So another thing you should take note of. If you have not pressed this, see as it is now, the usefulness of your pick tool. This is where it comes very useful. If you have not pressed your pick tool, you understand. Once you want to create another line, separate line, it sees it as, if not, it will just see it as a continuation, and you will have a messed up uh, work space. So you have to go back to this and return it there. More like you pick it from there and return it there. So you click on it, then click outside, click the artboard so that you are not selecting anything. You can even select outside. You understand? But I
Okay.
advise you click the artboard. So to start another new one. So what I was saying, you click and you first click is normal. You don't need to click two times on the first click. The second click, it is when you now click and then you don't release it. So you click and not release it. So now I've released it, it has taken this shape. My next shape is going to be tied to this direction. So it's already telling me that, see, oh, if I want to continue, I have to continue in this. See this blue line that you're seeing here?
Okay.
It's telling me my next line has to follow this blue line.
Wow.
So if I say, okay, I don't want to go to the blue line, you see, it's forcing my hand. No matter how I put it, it started from this blue line. You understand? Are you
Okay.
seeing?
Yes, sir.
It is tied to this blue line. But if I say, okay, I don't want to do the curve again, I just want to have my hand to be straight again. I don't want to do the curve. I'll just click on, see, just click, second click on that same part. You will see something like an arrow. See, this is now if you look at the cursor, you see a plus. That sign is very important. If you look at the cursor, you see a plus. I don't know if I zoom in enough. So, but once I go back to this part, it will show a minus.
Okay.
So now I have a preview now. So I can come here, see, that's turned back to a normal. It has turned to a normal. It's no longer a curve setting again. Understand? So
Okay.
so now if I want to the curve, I can just continue with the curve. So now let's create a love shape, a heart shape. So this heart shape that I'm creating, I want us to create it also. So if you are with your laptop, it's just that you see your laptop is down. But tomorrow, I need at least when your laptop come back. Destiny, you too. When your laptop come back, I need a heart shape. You understand? Don't. There are two ways. Oh. Don't create from. Don't create from. Don't come to this shape too and do me magu magu and then and just come and carry heart shape and draw like this for me. I will know. So now we want to create this heart shape. with our pen tool. So to create the arc shape, what do? We have seen that they're like it's like a split. So what we can do is to start and take it like this. See, it might not be as accurate as the as sharp, but we'll try. So we can adjust it later. So now we've created at least the base of the shape. So you go back to this your node tool and you adjust. Go to the node tool. See this arrow I just showed you. This
Yes, sir.
handle is like a bicycle handle. Bicycle handle. What do bicycle handle does? It gives you direction. You
Yes, sir.
understand? So you use it. You can increase it. If you drag it, it's going to look very long. So you can take it inside. Take it inside. Create another anchor here. This thing that I just added is what is called an anchor. Understand? It's
Okay.
also called a point. Why is it called an anchor? If you don't create an anchor here and you drag, if see now because I didn't create an anchor here, if I drag this part, all these ones, see all this part like this, they are following along, and even
Okay,
this
so
part
how
is
do I
following
create
along.
an
So if to create an anchor, just click on it. You while you're on this node two, while you're on your node two, you click on the outline. You understand? So now,
anchor?
did you get that?
I should click on the outline. Let me write
Yes,
that
you
down.
click on this outline, this blue outline that you're seeing. Once you are clicking, it shows like a minus. See, I created another anchor.
Okay,
Are
you
you seeing?
just click on the blue line and then it creates by itself.
It creates by itself. It's quite automatic. Automatic. You
Oh,
understand?
so
So you click on it, and then it creates by itself. This part too. As you click on each of the anchor, you have a bicycle handle. So now this part now that we've created here, are you seeing that the handle it has given us an handle, so we can now use it to adjust what we want. So this part too, we can either drag it so it looks like our log. So what I want to do, the idea I want to use is I want to use one stone to kill two birds. So instead of doing two side that is not accurate, I want to use sense. My plan of creating the love is to click on it, duplicate it, and flip it. You understand? That is my idea for the love. You
wow.
understand? So, but I think my love is final. So, but as it is now like this, it's still not the shape. Do you know why? Are you seeing
Why?
it here? Our Asiri, but there's what they call Ashiri in Yoruba, our secret is open. By the time, because if you give the client now, imagine the client tells you that this is his logo, and then you now send it. It might work, oh, but it is not proper because maybe now they want to do a render of this logo, but it's like I told you that the fact that it's not correct doesn't mean it's not the concept. You
That's true.
understand? So now that I have done this mistake, this thing I did is a mistake, but I like it. Duplicated. You understand? So that's how your mind needs to be. Your mind needs to be very free. So
Wow.
now, yeah, everything that your mind thinks is creative. You need to
Wow.
remove self-doubt. Everything your mind comes, even while you're a child, to observe that when you're a child, you like to maybe, as of me, in my childhood, I can be very imaginative. I can just look at, I can be in the toilet while I'm shitting, I'm seeing a shadow, and I'll just think it looks like a dragon. So,
That's
and
that's
I will paint the realities around it, and the nylon will now look like in my head. I'm having the emotions that there's a dragon here, and then that's how dramatic. you can be. So as it is now, back to this shape. Let's make it permanent. Although we have a duplicate of it,
Yes,
but we
sir.
need to make it permanent because remember, we just pick two pieces together. We
Yes,
need to
sir.
make them a single piece. So to make them a single piece, there's what they call a shape builder tool. A shape builder tool. This is a shape builder tool. You see, it's called shape builder tool. It is
Okay.
a very important tool. So what it does is that we have two shapes here. Before you click on the shape builder tool, please make sure you select the two shapes you want to um, create a shape from. You understand? So
Yes.
I've selected them, and how do you know they are selected? When you see this blue around them, you understand? That's how
Yeah.
you know that they are selected. Then you go back to your shape builder tool, and then this action, there are two actions here, or three rather. You can say a you can create in between. You can create in between. You understand? You can create, can plus all of them. So now let's do plus. You can say this two. To join them, you just drag around. Just it doesn't need to be a perfect drawing. And this
Okay.
is it. We've created the shape. This is
Wow.
now a single shape. That's how easy it is. Then we have another series here.
There's something the thing deleted that line that came across.
And you like the line too, right?
Yes, I love I love the line.
Exactly. Me too. I love
But
the line. So
I
let's
wanted to know why is it that the line just escaped, like it just disappeared, something like that? Is it because we joined it together?
yes, because we joined it. So let's copy this to our first problem solution. Let's copy it first. Then we'll now go control Z and see if we can retain the line. So this is it here. So now our second solution now is to okay. So let's say uh we can say let's see what this does. Okay. So this sees it as a singular, sees it as a singular um is the reason why it's doing that because it's seeing this outline as an outline because it is an outline. So
Mm,
for us to make it obvious that don't tamper with it, we have to convert the outline to be a shape because you know there are two things here very critical that you need to understand. This is an outline. You understand?
okay.
This is an outline. As big as witty as it is, because it has width,
Yes,
it's still
sir.
an outline. It's an outline. Are you seeing? It
Okay.
is an outline.
Wow. Wow, that's true.
The fill, this is the fill. The fill is the yellow.
Yes,
You
sir.
understand? The fill is the yellow. On a normal sense, it's not supposed to even have a fill, but because they want you to know that it can have a fill, this is you understand? This is how it should be before it has a fill. It has to be a complete shape for it to have a fill. You understand? But
Yes, sir.
because this software is optimized, it's like a modern kind of software. Like the previous software I used, which is you might not see a fill there. That one is more organic. You have to do everything yourself. You
Mm,
understand? So this is an outline. What I mean by that, what I want to emphasize is that so let's take out the fill. Let's take out the fill color. So this is an outline, but then this outline can also become a shape.
yeah.
So to convert this outline, let me duplicate it so we have to convert this outline to be a shape. You click on it and convert to okay, expand stroke, expand stroke. So what that does is that automatically this is now a shape. So this area that the black covers has become a shape. And now you see the outline is showing before outline was showing black and fill is showing yellow, but now outline is showing nothing and the fill is now showing black.
Yes, sir.
So now what does that mean? Can now say, are you seeing? What it means is that it has become a shape, and now the outline has become a shape. See, the inside that used to just be what do you call it? Used to just be an outline has become a shape. So this one is still an outline. This
Yes,
one is
sir.
still an outline, but this one is no longer an outline. It has become a shape.
Sir, please, I want to get it. How did it turn to shape? I was getting it, but then it's
Okay, so how did it turn to a shape? Very critical. We have another duplicate here. For it to
okay.
convert to a shape, it's just very simple. You right click
Okay.
and expand stroke. See this expand stroke. You right
Okay.
click and expand stroke while you are in your vector mode. You understand?
Okay.
So now it has become a shape. So now for it to just be visible, did you get it?
I got it, sir.
So
You right click and
for
then you expand the.
uh, so now for it to be obvious there is an outline, this is it here. I just want it to be obvious that this is now a shape that has an outline. So now, for us to maintain this guy here, we need to convert this outline to become a shape, because the shape builder is not respecting the outline. You
Hmm.
understand? It's only respecting the shape. You understand? So
Yes, sir.
now what we need to do is that we have this to increase the width so that it's more sweeter. We can increase it to 21. Let's say 22. 22. The reason why I wanted a round figure is so that I remember it for the other one. So now we have 22, 22. So it's already looking like a shape, but it's not yet a shape. So that's how you can be deceptive. But now that's not what I'm trying to say now. Now we expand it. Come back to this part. Expand it. So
Okay.
are you seeing? Now we have a complete set of shapes.
Oh.
And we have like one, two, three. These are shapes. We've selected
Oh.
all of them. Then now we will go back to our shape builder tool. Shape builder tool. Are you seeing? So now
Yes, sir.
you can either press minus. If you want minus, you can minus all these ones out. If you want plus, you can plus it. So let's say, let's first do plus for this part. So I think it's supposed to be plus here. So now we've selected that part now. So we have plus here also going into the inner part. So let's say so. So it might be stubborn sometimes, but we have it. We have someone that's So now we go back to this minus now, or let's go to plus. Then you plus this one inside. You understand? So like you add them together. So these parts that are outside, we will just minus them. You understand?
Okay.
Then this one that is here, you can also just minus it. Eh? Or let's plus it together. One and one, remaining one. We have a long way to go. So you can click on it and see why it's not going. Okay, I think we don't have issues with it. All we just need to do is select and move it plus. Because this guy is not going to go anywhere. An outline. So, so you see this love shape I created here now. I want you guys to create it, and I need it at least before the end of today or tomorrow, max. Because I've seen that it might be hard for you to create, to just give you a project to work on, and you've not actually started testing these little things. You understand?
All right,
So,
sir.
so let's take it based on let's take a gradual approach towards it.
All
Then
right, sir.
that's basically it. Then your text tool. I've explained what a text tool means, and I've explained what a text frame is. Do you need clarity on that?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I
All
was
right. So
just
a text.
actually.
What? Okay, you're jotting. All right.
Yes,
So
sir.
the artistic text is a normal text. That is what we use for this. God is good. God is good. God is good. You understand?
Yes, sir.
But now, if you want text that has more control, you use more your text frame. Maybe for like newspaper now, you cannot use text frame. Newspaper, newspaper has bulky text.
Mm,
So this is what they use for text frame is what they use for uh, um, so now I just created a this is what they call space holder. So if you observe newspaper, they have something like this kind of
yes.
settings. You have like 3 rows. In this app, they have a very easy way to do it. You can just create it here and just say double row and even create 3. Are you seeing? So that is how sweet it is to create um, a text frame. And then that is the difference between a text frame and an artistic text. An artistic text can be used for things like header, you understand?
Okay.
Maybe they are doing design for church now. That's Dominion. Maybe they say to our service of Dominion. You use your text frame.
Dominion can be.
You understand? You use
Yes,
your
sir.
artistic text because if you use this one, you are just stressing yourself. So, but it still works. But then, my opinion, I will use artistic text for headers and all that. Then paragraphs use text frame. So that is it. I don't know if Destiny need a specific tool. You need clarity on a specific tool. But like I said, I won't be covering all these tools. They are not necessary. So um, these tools, this place is a shape tool. You can get um, maybe maybe shapes that are commonly known. You can just use it to quickly get them started. And then another important tool I use is my gradient. This tool is very, very interesting. Like you can just come here, click on it, and drag. You see how this has a
Yeah.
bit of depth, and you click on it. When you click on one of the nodes, you can change the color. When you click on one of the nodes, you can just change it. And then
I
when you
want to
click
get.
on it,
How did you do this again, please?
all right. So let's go to the basic. So there are different types of fill options. There are different
Okay.
type of fill options. So you come to this field, there's
Right.
a color, you can choose any color. There's a
Okay.
gradient.
Okay.
A gradient is like 2 colors or 3 colors are blended together.
All right, sir.
So on this side, you can choose are you saying you can choose a separate color? On this
Yeah.
other side, you can choose another color, and then you can change the direction. You can come here and say, can choose this is elliptical. When you adjust this node, this one seems very how do I put it? Stressful to me. So what I prefer is to just go to the gradient tool here. When I go to the gradient tool, I achieve the same result. by moving the anchors and the arrows around. You
Okay.
understand? So when you move it like this, it changes direction. You understand? So
Okay.
you can do it like this, change the color by clicking on, for you to know I selected, it's highlights the blue very well. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Like this part now becomes bigger. Are you seeing? It becomes bigger. It becomes bigger. All these little details are very important
Sure.
because
Sir.
you can
Sure.
also add another, you can add multiple, you can remove by press clicking and deleting. You understand? You can add, when you add, you can change the colors. You understand? Change the color to what you want. You understand? And then this last bit is what you use to control the smoothness. The smoothness. If you leave it like this, it's too sudden. Understand? You know when they say when the devil comes, it comes gradually, subtle. You understand? So you have to make sure that the people around don't know that there's a change. You know, it has to be subtle. You understand? So this partner is too edgy. So of course we need to drag it. Then so it's not still blending well, but we can manage. It's just for our class. So let's just choose this color. Then I see created like a tree. So that's how interesting it can be. And so another thing I like about this gradient, you can take, I discovered it on this software. Other software don't have it. I've not seen it in other software. You can add texture. So now let's say this part, I click on it, can add texture to it by moving the noise. And I like this feature a lot. I've used it a couple of times while designing using Affinity. And then I see there's one that is, this part is smooth and this part is having this rough feel. Did you observe that? Did you observe that? Are you lost? Okay, I think it's only Destiny that is online. So that is the sweet part of it. So Destiny, next time you need to have a mic because I like it when you communicate. That's how I understand you are with me. All right, so I think this is where we'll end our class. And then if you have any question on Destiny, let me just check the chat if you say you have any questions on that we can. Do you have any question? Just respond again if you have on Destiny. I'm waiting for your chat. Respond by saying, okay, I've understood the tools or I need clarity in compound. Okay, I think you sent a message. It's a private design, it's only a program to use. Okay, so you are not to use you're not to use it for every design. For social media now, anything that they are asking you to design, you ask them where do they want to use it for. You understand? Whatever you are designing, you ask them what do you want to use it for. You understand? If they say it's for social media, ask them what do you want to use it for? Social media. Which of social media? Okay, you must not ask them that far. But when they say social media, you just go online and say social media site. So I see 180 by 180 pixel. So 180 by 180 pixel. Come here. Although we are using inches here, so when you are creating your own, Ctrl S, let's save this. save this one. So, so 180 by 180, like I said. And then another key thing that you learn now is that you observe that we've chosen inches, and now we want to convert to pixel. You can come to this page and see pixel and come to the document and then convert it to pixel. You understand? When you convert to pixel, everything changes to pixel here. Because this is very important. This is what you use to change, edit the design. You come to this part. Sorry about that. I think the software just went off, so I'll need to open it again. So, okay, okay, okay. You know, so I'm responding to this. Every size is only a four. That's what I'm responding to.
All right, sir.
So, thank God, thank God for ah what happened to our designs?
Oh
Thank
boy.
God we just saved it. If not, our lovely artwork will just go away. So make sure you save. Have it as an app to save. So I was ready for, and I said there's this gradient tool that I like, and that was it here, right? So now I'm not responding to Destiny. So Destiny, like I was saying, now we want to change the size to social media flyer because it's not everything that is A4. So we are already in inches, and they told us we should use it in pixel. How do we convert it to from inches to pixel? Very simple. You go to your document, go to page setup, and you go to document setup. From this document setup, you can see things you've used. You can now say inches to pixel, and you click on OK. Remember to save so that we not have the experience we just had now. Then now is in pixel. And remember from the internet when I searched, because I told you should ask them what do they want to use it for. If they tell you it's banner, you understand? So just put that about and just check. So you can see social media size. So we have 180 by 180. This is a square. You understand? And we have 180 by 1350. So me, I mostly use this 180 by 1350 portrait. You understand? And also, I used to use this 180 by 1080 by 1080 sometimes. You understand? The idea is that you can design a ratio. You can either say you just squash it like this, and then you can say you want to squash it like this. And I'm telling you, it's going to work. I've done a lot of design like this. I don't really used to come here and measure anything, but it's going to work, and it's going to work perfectly well online. But in case that they want to print it and they need they tell you specification that this is the size I want. My brother, come here and press it. Come here and say 1080 by, you can press tab by 1080 by 1080. See how small it is. But you understand what I mean? So this is a square, and then sometimes it can be a bit bigger, can be maybe let's say like this. It can be a bit like this also. No, this is too big. Let's say like this. So these are the two sizes that you might most likely find around. So things like brochure is A4. So like, let me open some of my work so you see. I've saved. Let me also check if you've received. If you said anything else. And move on. Destiny, Destiny, are you there? Destiny, we are waiting for you. All right. I think Destiny is not on the call, but it's looking like it's on. Okay, you are on the call. All right. So I'll just show you one of my work on the platform so that maybe it will inspire you. Uh, let me just show you this one. So this is one I did recently. It's a flyer. So it had a lot of layers and layers and layers. Let me just show you what the layers look like. Let me put it in pixel mode so you can see the layers clearly. So these are the layers. These are the layers. And these are the groups. All these are box text. If you understand what I've been telling you, you'll see that this place now, I didn't use text frame. This place I use sorry, this place I didn't use artistic text, I use a text frame. Are you seeing? Because text is bulky. This part too, I use text frame because the text they are bulky and I also want to control the flow. You understand? So for this part, I use artistic text. This part, I use artistic text. Understand? This part artistic text, this part artistic text, this part text frame, this part text frame, text artistic text. So knowing when to use each of these elements, they are crucial. Yeah, I use a gradient. That gradient I just taught you guys today. I used it. If you check it, you see there's a gradient here. This part too, I use a gradient on the text. So the thing is that all these things I'm teaching you, it is what you will use to create a design on. You understand? They are not far. You just need to be able to combine them as a knowledge, and let's see, then have this is a group. This is a group. If I pick this now, you see the secret. It's not really. It's just pictures. Pictures are clicked inside. So this is the layers that control it, you know, and then max. Anyway, that's kind of a bit advanced, but I just want to show you why. And I was telling you about artboard that time. Why I like to have things around. Are you seeing that I have a lot of things around me? That's okay. This idea. This was the first idea I used, but then they didn't like it, so I had to bring it outside and use this one. So you see, it gives me that flow. You understand? It gives me that flow. I can easily add things and remove. And this is where we come to the end of our class. If there's any other question, please feel free to ask. I'm available. But one assignment I have, please, I want to just see progress. So this log that I've designed, that you also, I need it by tomorrow. Can you guys promise me?
Okay, sir. I will promise you, but the thing is that the laptop is not mine. I only have access to it, and this person is going to church. But I promise that on Monday I will get it fixed, sir.
You Monday, Destiny, when will you get it to me? Destiny typo. Or Destiny, do you want to be coming around? are you free? Are you free?
Okay.
Maybe one day we'll have a physical class in my place.
I think I really love that one, sir.
So let's look at maybe next Saturday we'll have a physical class. While
Wow.
yeah, let's say next
Like
week Saturday,
actually talk to the person. I will come with the laptop itself.
because I want to see progress. I want to see action. You guys are around. So
Yes, sir.
um let's say we'll have a physical class next week, and
All
then
right.
we'll also have it virtual, but you guys would have your space around, so we can work together, and then we'll have something concrete. So this will be the end of today's class, and
All right.
then by Monday, Destiny has not responded. I will not agree. I will not forget. Destiny, when are you going to send it to me? Destiny, type. Oh, they are the one we are waiting for so that we can finish class.
But sir, I think how to save a finished work.
Hmm.
You just it's just like saving the way the process is in a computer, like normal.
Yes, it's the same thing,
Okay.
but
Okay.
you can just come here and press save. Go to
Okay.
file,
Okay.
save, choose a file name
All right, sir.
and a location, and that will be all. So me, I don't like, see where we started from. You see where we started from, and then we've transformed it. So we've been able to transform it to something nice like this. Do you know this can be an artwork?
Sure. Like
Do
I
you know?
haven't seen something like a story like that.
Exactly. So your
Like
mind needs to be open.
yes,
Tap
sir.
into your childhood. Go back to your childhood. All those things that
Yes,
you think
sir.
about. It's an expression. It's a gift, and it's what God has given you. So you use it for creativity. Explore. All
Yes,
right.
sir.
That's the end of our class. See ya, and enjoy your day.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Okay,
Monday.
sir.
Yes, I heard you. Monday. That's the only reason why we are closing this. All right. Take care.
All right, sir.